Listening to Akashvani 106.5 FM, awakening the mind and spirit.
Om Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvadhenyam Bharigo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this very special program here on Akashvani 106.5 FM. This program is sponsored by Sindal Construction of Cedar Hill in Princestown. And once again, we are very privileged to have Sister Devi live in our studio. She's here to discuss various topics, including Pitri Paksh. Ever wondered what happens to the soul after it leaves the body? Well, Sister Devi will enlighten us on what happens when a soul crosses over to the other side. The claims made by Sister Devi are her own and not of this station. Jai Sitaram, sister.
Jai Sitaram. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to all, especially to you, Kamala. You've been doing such a splendid job, and I feel it's an honor to be in your company again.
Oh, thank you. The feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you live in our studio once again. Well, as we mentioned to you before, listeners, our program is interactive. We'd like to accommodate as many calls as possible for the next hour. Our studio number is 627-3223. We're asking you to keep your calls short and to the point, and it's one question per caller.
Yes, and also please be specific. If you want to find out how a loved one is doing on the other side, ask about him or her and how they're doing and so on. But try to be brief, because today I would like to take more calls than before. I've been talking a lot about different subjects. And, we all know about Pitri Paksh and what it entails. So I don't really want to go into the whole thing. This is actually a period set aside for our ancestors. And if you want to call it a Thanksgiving period, it is sort of a Thanksgiving, because we're giving thanks to them. It's very important that we remember our ancestors, because we also will become an ancestor one day. And it's very interesting how they come through. They are very much alive. It says that the body disappears and goes right back to the earth. But the soul, what happens to the soul? So I'll be discussing the soul and the journey and what happens actually when the body is separating and the soul is separating from the body. So I'll definitely be keeping you all informed about that. And this is according to my visions and my drama. On everything that is happening with the soul and so on. So, Kamala, would you like to start taking calls?
Yes. Already, the phone line is burning up. As a matter of fact, it's been that way even before we commenced the program. So I know that there are many people who would like to get in on the program and they've got their questions.
Before you take the calls, this morning, it was very difficult for me waking up and doing my meditation and seeing all the souls that were coming through, all the people with problems and sadness. I know so many people called and said, Sister Devi, we tried to get through on Akashvani so many times, 50-something times. And believe me, my dear friends, if I can be here a little more often, I would definitely be there for you. And it's not about the readings. I want you to understand that. Get your own action, your own light together, because it's very important for your own soul's journey. Don't rely on these readings. Don't rely on me or anyone like myself. When the pundits tell you to do certain prayers, and when you read your patra and so on, and the pundit tells you to do this, you have to do it. It is for your own benefit. Don't say the pundit did not tell you this, or the pundit did tell you and it didn't work. It will be on you, not on the pundit. So please, my dear friends, I've been hearing your prayers. I've been listening intently to all of you. Believe it or not, Kamala, this morning I was picking up everybody all over the world, and I was actually surprised that people in Africa, and I know the time difference, but they were listening to me and to Akashvani, and also people in Indonesia and all over the world. You know, right here in Trinidad, there's so many people with problems as well. And you know, when I went away for about 5 weeks, I was away away from the radio program as well. I really didn't want to come back to the radio station. I didn't want to read. I thought maybe God had other plans for me. And what happened was, I prayed to God. I sat in my meditation. I did a retreat on my own. And the messages came through that this is my journey. This is my duty, not my job. And that is why I don't take money and I don't take material things. All the monies and donations that we receive from Red Chariot Foundation goes directly back to supporting those needy and underprivileged people, especially children. And this is my duty here, my dear friends. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm not doing this for anything, for fame or anything. So I want you all to know that you have a journey, you have a purpose in life. If this is my purpose and this is my calling, what is yours? I want you to figure that out. We'll take a call. Come on.
All right, our time is exactly 11 minutes past 1 o'clock. This is Akashvani 106.5 FM. Pleased to have Sister Devi in our studio. The program is with the compliments of Sindal. That's Sindal Construction, located at Cedar Hill in Princestown. The telephone line is open, 627-3223. Hello?
Hello, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I would like to get a reading on my late husband, please.
Okay, did he pass over a couple years ago?
Yes, around 13 years or so.
Yeah. Did he have any lung problem or heart problems? Because he's saying diabetes, but he's showing me his body sick.
I'm hardly hearing you.
Okay, I know this is a very emotional time for you.
Yes, it is.
And it's very difficult, but your husband is coming through as hugging you. He says, you never forgot me, and you still continue. He's holding your cheeks. He's saying he used to pinch your cheeks or hold your cheeks.
He said what?
He used to hold your cheeks and pinch your cheeks. He's telling me he loves you very much and to continue to pray and pray for him.
Yes, okay.
Okay, Jai Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
627-3223. Our time exactly 12 minutes past 1 o'clock.
You know, it's, in Hinduism and also Christianity as well and Islam, it is very, very auspicious, especially for Hindus now, an imperative to donate food as shrad or offering to poor and needy ones. As legend describes, the significance of whatever donated is supposed to reach directly to one's ancestors. During the shrad, and especially on the day of the new moon, it is believed that the soul of the dead ones who are permitted by Yamaraj visits the earth and receives these resources from their descendants. Now, how do they receive it? They cannot physically eat the food, but they eat it through smell. Because sometimes people would come through, the souls will come through and say, well, I enjoyed the food. And I would ask, how did you enjoy that? How is it possible? You did not touch the food. They say through smell. They taste it through the higher regions, through their psychic regions.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good day. Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I'm calling to get a reading for my grandmother.
Okay. Your grandmother was a very good cook, and she says sometimes you are lazy.
Lazy?
Is that true?
No.
Because she's saying you're lazy. She says when you were small, something to do with your hair. Is it just like her hair? But she's saying her hair, your hair and her hair are the same.
Okay.
She is very happy. She did not take a birth yet. She was not. She was about 5'2" to 5'5" in height.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but very small lady, not too big and so on. But very happy. She's very, very happy. She says she knew you were gonna call.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you're also very kind-hearted like her. Very kind-hearted like her. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, Jai Sitaram, you'll be taking out food for her?
Yeah.
Because that's what she's saying. She's looking forward to it.
Okay then.
Jai Sitaram.
Okay, Sitaram.
Our studio number 627-3223. Hello?
Hello, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram, please turn down your volume. I'm getting a feedback.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm calling on concern of my mom.
Your mom passed on a couple years ago?
9 years.
Sorry?
9.
Yeah, I know you're also emotional. I know this is difficult for you, and for most Hindus right now who are celebrating Pitri Paksh. Your mother was very sick. She had diabetes or something with her eyes.
Yeah, she had diabetes.
Yes. She says that everything is okay now. She's not in any pain.
Okay.
Okay. You also suffer from some back pain.
Right.
Yeah, and it's difficult for you right now. After 9 years, it feels like just yesterday.
Yes.
I know, my dear, but you mustn't cry. She says, wish her well. She is having a ball of a time.
Okay.
All right, and also I know you are going to be okay as well. You're not well.
Okay,
but you mustn't worry too much.
Okay.
All right, Jai Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
People want to know what happens after. Okay, I had said this last year for Pitri Paksh, and if those who are now listening again, what happens is like let's say a person is sick and they're on their deathbed. The soul starts to separate, or the aura starts to separate from the body via the feet. From what I have seen, I know the Garuda Purana says it differently, and Pandits would also tell you differently, but from personal experiences and thousands of readings I have done, what I've seen is that the soul, the aura from the body starts as like a sheet. It's like the spiritual sheet, as if you want to say, and then that starts separating, and when the dying soul, the dying person would say they are having a lot of pain on the legs and a lot of pain on the feet, and so on. And then it starts separating and from going up. When the soul leaves the body, it leaves from the navel, the aura again, the spiritual thread. It separates from the navel, but the soul, the body, when it's leaving again, it leaves also from the 5 senses at the top of the head. We also wonder where is the soul situated in the body. It is situated at the center of the forehead. I know other religions believe it's in the heart, but the reason I personally believe it's in the center of the forehead, it is because of all the senses. And if you think about it, Kamala, we have the temple. On both sides, we call that the temple.
Yeah.
Why do we call it the temple? Because it's behind the pineal gland. If you ask a doctor about that, they'll probably tell you more. And it's very important when we look at people, we look at them with the center of the forehead, that light shining. And sometimes, you meet people on the road and right off the bat, they are good looking. They're not good looking physical, but spiritual. They're very nice people or nice persons and so on. And it's easy to feel a connection to people of the light, of light energy. Sometimes when people have negative energy, we feel, to stay away from them.
Yeah.
Or it's scary the way they would think and they would look, it would show in their faces. So it's very important, my dear friends, to keep your energy high. Remember, if the soul is in the body is just temporary. It goes back to the cremation ground or the burial ground. But the soul, when it leaves the body and it snaps from the navel, the spiritual thread, and it starts, if you leave at the higher levels, which is like the mouth, the nose, the eyes, or the ear, or even from the top of the forehead, especially from the top of the forehead or the Ajna chakra, that is a great soul. That was a great soul on this planet. Not too many people we know like that. And we ourselves, that is our energy. That is how we are supposed to be. Spiritual souls, not bodily souls, and having this body, beautifying it, or enjoying the senses of it. But what happens to the soul? Ask yourself when you cross over, where do you want to be? I'll discuss that after the next couple of readings.
All right, just to remind our listeners quickly that Sister Devi's live in the studios of Akashvani 106.5 FM, courtesy Sindal Construction of Cedar Hill in Princestown. The telephone line is open, 627-3223. Hello?
Hi.
Yes, Jai Sitaram.
Sitaram to you.
Yes, brother.
I'm trying to get a reading for my father, my brother, my 2 sisters that died.
Okay. One of you had not fights. Could you please lower your volume?
Okay.
Okay. Was a sister, one of the sisters that crossed over, was she younger than you?
Oh no, all of them is older than me.
Older, because she looks short and she looks young.
Okay.
One looks younger. She's coming through us saying that you never listened. You never listened. Okay? They are all together. They said they are very happy. Even with the ancestors that crossed over years ago, they are all together. Okay. Your father had a lot of headaches?
Well, he had little pains running in his body.
Right, because he's coming through us saying, I had headaches. Ask him about my headaches, you know. And he had long eyelashes. Because he's showing me, he's saying that he was good looking. So, they are very happy together.
Okay.
Okay. Are you taking out food for them?
Yes.
Okay. Because your father says when. He had a sense of humor.
He said what?
Did he have a sense of humor? He made a lot of jokes and so on?
No. He used to be just one way.
One way, but he's coming through us asking when. When are you taking out the food?
Okay.
All right. So they're all together and they're very happy.
All right. Do you have your number?
Oh, yes. I'll take these numbers off air. It's Anil Bagwatsaran at 37639.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to write it down now.
Okay, caller, we will call out those numbers shortly.
Yes,
Right, we're pressed for time. Sister is here for under an hour and there are many people trying to get through.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to the phone line, 627-3223. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi?
I would like to find out about my mom, please.
Okay, your mom, she's crying because she has tears flowing. She didn't want to leave. Was she was sick?
Yes. The last day you was on the radio station, I spoke to you about her, and you told me she was traveling.
Okay, because yes, that was recent.
Right, and she really passed away that same night.
Yeah.
But
I know it's hard, but you have to remember we all have to go back somewhere, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, she wrote, most people write their books of a certain number of years and breaths. Okay, her time was up. You know, the reason she's crying is because all of you are crying. It's very difficult on the family.
Okay.
Because she's telling me to tell you, hold her hand, hold her hand. She is also very attached to you all.
Okay.
Okay, I know this is not easy, and it's not easy to lose a loved one, but you didn't lose her.
No, I understand. It was time for her to go.
But she's telling me to tell you to continue to pray.
Right, that is what I'm doing for her.
And I know a lot of people don't believe in taking out food after 1 year.
Yeah.
I would recommend you all take it out because a lot of souls came through saying, please don't leave us out. We are here right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would recommend it, you know.
Okay,
it's up to you, but I know a lot of pundits say don't do it and stuff. But from what I have seen now, your mother will be okay, but she's saying don't cry for me. Please take care of the plants. Something to do with the plants. And she's saying, just take out my food. Please take out my food.
Okay then. Thanks a lot, Sister Devi.
You're welcome. Jai Sitaram. You know,
I remember that caller from the
Yes.
last time when you were here.
yes, she was traveling, and I remember seeing the feet with the aura separating from the body and coming up.
Yeah.
And she was holding on. This lady did not want to leave because all the family members were crying.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that we must never do when a soul is leaving is bawl out and scream out and cry, because then you hold back the journey of that soul. And when the soul leaves and jumps back into the body, it is way much more difficult for that soul to let go. And even that soul crossed over, she's still grieving because her family members are still crying. Even if it's 13 years or 20-something years, how could we, you know, stop missing our loved ones? You know, grandparents and so on, they were our gurus in their own way. You know, and it's very important to remember, as I said before, our souls would like food. They want to feel special also. And one interesting thing I must tell you, Kamala, is that when the two things that really got to me as a visionary, when a soul is coming in to this world as a human, a baby, the soul, that's amazing. To be in a room and experiencing a soul coming in. Another one is when the soul is leaving. When the soul is leaving, it's amazing because I could see all the angels. Depends on if the soul was a good soul. If it's a bad soul, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Okay.
But so far, I've seen it. What I've seen is that ancestor souls come through. Okay. Even on my own sister's passing, I remember seeing the aura and this thread going all around to all her loved ones around. And then after a while, it snapped out. But one of the things when a soul is leaving the body, my dear friends, always remember to say whatever prayer, if you are Muslim or Hindu or Christian, say your prayers for that soul and picture that soul going into the light and ask your angels to protect that soul's journey, to protect that soul. When, you know, as I was saying also, is that when the moon, okay, we'll take another call, but I wanted to say this, when the soul is, they are coming down, it's like something is happening with the planets. It's like something with, I know the planet has to be in Virgo, and all the souls drop. No souls are left behind except those of Brahmin qualities and divine qualities. Those are the ones that stay back to work. Whether it's in Shiv Loka or Brahma Loka, or in the heavens or the moon. But most souls so far, they all come down together. They don't have a say whether they can come down or not. And when they do come down, they come to their families' homes and they stay with them and they reside with them and they go around their loved ones. And you can also dream them. At that time is the best time to ask them. Lie down and before you fall asleep, say, show me what you want. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. Show it to me in a dream. And believe it or not, it actually works. The ancestor souls,
Okay, it's 25 minutes past 1 o'clock. You're tuned to Akashvani 106.5 FM. Let's go back to the phone line, 627-3223. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to take a reading for my father, please.
Your father was very, very kind-hearted. He had a really nice heart. He says, my soul is filled. He's saying full. Okay.
Soul is what?
He's full. He said he's full. Did you do the offering already?
Yeah.
Right, because he's full. He says his belly is full.
Okay.
All right. He's very happy. He said the mango was the best.
Mango, I didn't
Well, he's saying the mango was the best. I don't know what he means, but he's saying the mango was the best.
Okay.
Okay. How is your mother? Because he's saying your mother is not well?
No, she's not well right now.
Yeah. Very difficult period for you all as well.
Yeah.
He says, don't worry about me. You have to listen to and look for the signs. He says sometimes he's there and you don't even know. You smell him or he moves the curtain. And it's simple signs. He's always there with you all.
Okay.
And right now for Pitri Paksh, as I was saying before, he is there. And you can talk to him, have a conversation, a normal conversation.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. I'd like to, if it's possible, I could get a reading about my mom too.
Well, your mom is not too well. You have to be a little more, be with her, Okay? Because she's under the weather a lot and she has a lot of back pain I'm picking up.
Okay.
But I'll give you all the numbers where you can call and make an appointment.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, you guys can call Anil at 376-3930. That's Anil, 376-3930. Or Harun Ali from Roshad Road. That's our famous Red Chariot singer. 359-8842. 359-8842. Or my dear sister, 765, which is Baby Balkaran, 765-5388. And to make donations to the Red Chariot Foundation, the account number is 660-192-305-931. That's account number 660-192-305-931. Recently Hindu celebrated Ganesh Utsav.
Yes.
And I was privileged to be with Oma Bachuram and Sham and Vindra and Avin from Charlieville. And we went down to the Shaka Shakari temple, which was absolutely an amazing experience. And all those who celebrated Ganesh Utsav and who went to the sea for the Ganesh Utsav, I must commend you for taking that time off. And, something with Oma and her family, with Sham and Vindra and Avin, they were so peaceful. They were happy every time they boarded up. For 2 weeks before this Shaka Shakari trip, they were so happy and they were glowing. I'm seeing Oma right now grinning ear to ear, and and I know it's easy for me to see you, Oma. Don't worry about that. And you guys really are a blessing. I feel privileged to be in your company as well. And Sister Baby and Rishma and Didi and all the people there. Thank you all so much for your support, and also Brother Harun, next week, Sunday, actually this Sunday coming, I will be with the Red Chariot Foundation members at the Penal Rock Hindu Organization Temple, which is in Best Trace, Penal, Rock Road, Penal. And you all can call Anil or Harun, 376-3930, 359-8842. And this is a free public, free to the public as well. It's a discourse, and after that you guys will get the opportunity to ask one question and to find out how your loved ones are doing, and even to ask me how I do this or whatever you want to ask me. Come out and support us, and that's at Savi, Gopal, Shiva, and Arti, who's very, very peaceful, loving people as well. Thank you all so much for your support. We'll take another call.
Okay, 627-3223. Welcome, caller.
Good, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I want to know about my mother and my father.
Okay.
Okay, caller, you really need to lower the level of volume on your radio. And I mean, we have been saying this over and over again. We'd appreciate it if you can turn down the volume on your radio. It's affecting Sister Davy's energy.
Yes, because the electromagnetic pulse that is happening is getting a feedback. Even the souls that are crossed over, it's like a screech for them because they are more in tune now. They only have that psychic body, that spiritual body. They don't have a physical body where they can take up this energy. Their energy is absolutely different, you know. So if you're affecting them as well, the ancestor souls as well. I know your mother and father are happy. They are very, very happy. Your mother is showing me the center of her forehead, and she's saying she prayed a lot when she was alive. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is very good. She is excellent. Your father said he had neck pain. Okay, I'll have to tell you because your father is telling me his head used to hurt and so on. You know, I'm picking up so many people listening to this program. Believe it or not, I can stand right in front of you and you don't even know that. And people are wondering, how am I doing this? I don't have a book in front of me. I don't have tarot or anything. What I'm using is the energies of the planet. I'm using the energies of the world. We are all privy to that. But, you know, sometimes we tend to think that, you know, we are this body, as I said before, and we tend to use this body in an uncomfortable way, you know, or negative way. And if you all do the same thing I'm doing, which is simple meditation, no big set of prayers and talking and so on, I have a communication directly with God. With the center of my forehead, I direct that light straight to the divine. We can use the sun to send that light. We can use Shiva. We can use Bab Dada. We can use whoever we choose to use. But we must get in touch and tuned with ourselves. And that is one of the things that these ancestors are coming through to tell me, to even tell you, okay? Because we all need to make effort. Things are not the same as it was 25 years ago. Very difficult times are ahead for us. More calamities and so on. And before all that happens, don't wait. What we all need to do is start doing it from now. Pray as you've never prayed before. Believe as you have never believed before. But believe in something higher, because it's not going to be an easy ride. I'll take another call. He's saying warning, warn her to take care. I hope you're going to your doctors.
Yes, I do.
Don't forget your medicine, to take your medication. And also what you can do is take a little lemon and put it in your regular water. If you're drinking tap water, boil it first and put a little lemon. You need to alkalinize your body, okay?
Okay.
I know you're very sick. I can see all what's happening inside of you. And your father also, he says he's worried for you as well. It's not your time to go yet anytime soon.
Pardon?
It's not your time to leave anytime soon. Okay, so you have to take care of this body.
Okay.
It's very, very important.
But I will last long, or?
You would last long, my dear. You came here for a certain number of years and you have to try your best to... You don't want to die. I know sometimes you get depressed and you wish God will take you.
But how much years from now?
I don't tell people. I'm not allowed to.
Oh.
But what I would tell you is to take care of the body.
Okay.
Because you don't want to come back and go through the same thing again.
No.
Right? So I know it's difficult. Sometimes you go through this depression and your father is not happy right now.
Okay.
Because you're not listening. You want to leave sometimes. You want to die sometimes because the pain is so much.
Yes.
But it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I had my liver. They operated on my liver a month ago.
I know, my dear. I know it's difficult, but as I said before, the body will disintegrate back. And what you need to keep is your spirits up, your energy up. Okay, I know this is very difficult. If you want, you can call, and I will give you a reading as soon as possible.
All right.
All right?
You will say the number on the
No,
air,
you would
so
have
I
to
will be
call
able to-
baby 765-5388 or Anil at 376-3930, and we will definitely keep in touch, okay? Don't cry and don't be depressed.
All right.
There's a lot to live for. Right, Kamala?
Certainly.
Yes.
Certainly.
Okay, Jai Sitaram.
All right. And could you repeat those numbers, please, for the benefit of our listeners?
It's 376-3930 or Harun Ali at 359-8842 or Baby Balkaran at 765-5388. My dear friends, we don't take money as people think we charge. It's not a charge. It's a donation that goes towards, all monies goes towards charity. And only these 3 people you should, give your money to, and also Oma Bachuram as well. If you know her personally, you can give her that as well.
Okay, and people are asking if you have a fan page on Facebook.
I don't have a fan page. What I have is this Facebook, Sister Devi with 2 R's on Facebook, and also Red Chariot Foundation. They can contact me either way, or they can send an email, private messages, through Facebook, or email Divine, DIVINE 8694 at yahoo.com. And I get so many emails and Facebook messages from all over the world. Sometimes I'm shocked that people are listening to us all over the world. And
yes,
my thoughts, and I always pray for each and every one of you, my dear friends. It's not easy. I know you guys might say, but there are millions of people suffering. If I can only pick up 1,000 of you, or 10,000, what is God picking up? Not each and every one of you individually. I want to bring up a very important point. This lady that called us, the last caller, she's very depressed. Let me tell you guys, it's very, very important to keep this body for as long as you can. Because when you cross over, as many of you have heard so far, your loved ones are still coming through. They did not get a body as yet. It is not that simple and easy to get a body. It's work, and it's very difficult. Even my own grandmother, my Aji, she's still on the other side, and I'm sometimes shocked. She came to see me when Pitri Paksh came. They all came, and we were having a conversation. What are you still doing on the other side? Where is your body? And my grandfather, my Aja, he took a body. I saw him in Australia. He's about 35 to 45 years old. I know exactly what he looks like, but if I had to go see him, he wouldn't know who I am, because the soul forgets everything, because to learn new lessons and so on. And I'm telling you again, if you're depressed, I know a lot of women who are very sick, and men as well, but women especially think it's time to leave this body, time to get out of here. No, it's not that simple. You all got a body, keep it for as long as you got, because it's not that easy, I'm telling you. Another very important note I must tell you, suicide. I cannot stress enough, suicide is one of the greatest sins. One of the greatest sins anyone can do is to kill themselves, or even have thoughts of suicide. If you have those thoughts, there are people in Trinidad or around the world that can help you. Call Brother Harun at 359-8842. He's an excellent counselor. Call Sister Baby. They all listen. I'm telling you again, suicide is one of the greatest sins. Don't keep that in your thoughts, because if you do, something can happen to you without you even realizing it, an accident or a sickness or something. And when you leave here, especially with suicide, when you leave this body, you cannot take it back. And that is why suicidal souls that committed suicide, I don't like to read for so much souls like that, because the souls are grieving on the other side. They come through saying how unhappy they are. Even when you're walking on Yamaraj's kingdom, after the soul leaves the body, it has to go through this. From what I have seen now, time exists on this side, but time does not really exist on the other side, right? So the 13-day, like the Bandara and so on, the soul takes that after the funeral. That is why it's important also to get rid of the body as soon as possible. If it's a suicide or a murder or accident, don't keep it 4 or 5 days. Don't keep the body that long, because the soul is grieving to go on its journey. And it's very important to do the 13 days as is, or the 12 and 13 days and 1 year and so on, because the soul did that already, but it needs that on this side. It is very important. That is why the Garuda Purana states that as well. And also, try to raise your energy. If you have any thoughts of suicide or negativity, I'm begging you, please, as I was saying about Kali Yuga, as we all know, it's definitely upon us. But whoever gets to stay, I'm fighting hard to stay on this planet until, my Maker is ready for me. They are very fortunate. they're very fortunate to go through whatever trying times they have and whatever problems. So please don't give up that easily. Okay, we'll take another call.
Okay, just quickly, let me remind listeners that Sister Devi is live in the studios of Akashvani 106.5 FM. And this program is coming to you with the compliments of Sindal Construction of Cedar Hill in Princestown. Our time approaching 1:40. If you'd like to interact with Sister Devi, you may call 627-3223. Yes, sister?
Yes, on another note, I know our Muslim brothers and sisters will be making Hajj in a few weeks, and during this time. And, this is a very holy pilgrimage to Mecca, and I would like to wish all of them the best and a successful journey to and from Mecca. And also pray for me, don't forget me. I always wish to go to Mecca. That's one of my dreams, to visit Mecca as well. Brother Harun promised, but that's a matter of when, not if.
Okay.
So good luck to all my brothers and my Muslim brothers and sisters.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I'd like to get a reading from my husband, please.
Okay, why? Your husband had an attitude, or was he had a temper? Because he's coming through and showing me his eyes opened, like looking at me stern. Was he stern?
Maybe at times.
Yes, because he's coming out strict, sometimes very strict. He's making fun of me because the way I'm saying it, and he had his hands on his hips. Okay, because like those old time people. But he's doing great.
Okay.
He says to tell you he loves you very much.
I know that.
Yes, because you feel it. He says he tells you it all the time.
Okay.
All right. Jai Sitaram.
Sitaram, and thank you.
You're welcome. I also want to thank my sponsor, Sidnal Construction of Cedar Hill, Princestown, and also in loving memory of Ram Jatan Bipat and Rampari Bipat of Warrenville, Kunupir, and also Ramlakan Prasad and Vani Prasad of Emmanuel Trace, Warrenville, parents of Ramdev Richard, who is now deceased, David, Sham, Nalini, and Dani. And I also want to thank very much Nalini, Silal, and Sydney. I know Sydney is not feeling too well. Thank you all so very much. And may God always continue to bless you. You guys are very divine and always giving charity to the underprivileged as well. Thank you so much, Nalini and Sydney.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother. Jai Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram. I would like to get a reading on my father-in-law, please.
Your father-in-law? Was he tall? Was he a tall, like 5'5" to 5'8"?
Yes, not quite 5'8", maybe 5'5", I think.
Yeah, because he's coming through as not fat, not heavy set, but slim set, slender. He was brown skin or dark skin. I'll have to tell you off air because it's making a lot of noise. But your father-in-law is fine. He says whatever sicknesses he had is all gone. He's very good now. Okay, Jai Sitaram. Guys, don't forget I'll be on Sunday again from 3 p.m. at the Penal Rock Hindu Temple. Call Harun 359-8842 or Anil 376-3930 for directions. It's from 3 p.m. on this Sunday.
Welcome, caller.
Hello, good. Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I would like to get a reading on my mother, please.
Okay. Your mother was very nice. She was a very, very nice and humble person. Was she a Hanuman devotee?
Yeah, well, that was
Because Hanuman appeared before me while I was sitting doing meditation, and he flew across me. And I said, Baba, who do you want me to talk to? And it's your mother. Your mother is laughing. She had this loud laugh.
Yes, she had a...
She's very, very happy.
She's happy?
She is very happy. She has no problem. She's very light. She's saying, look at me, I'm very light. She's showing me lights in her hands.
Okay.
Because of all the... she's getting rewarded for all the prayers and all the services she did. She felt sorry for people, didn't she?
Yeah, she used to, yeah.
Yes, and she had a lovely soul. Very nice person.
Okay.
Okay, so good luck. Congratulations on your mother because you're going to be like that as well.
Okay.
Okay, Jai Sitaram.
Sitaram.
Okay, the Red Chariot Foundation account number once again is 660-192-305-931. Also, guys, I want to tell you about two movies that you all should see. One is called The 13th Day. It's a film by the Burma Kumaris. It's an excellent movie, Kamala, that you should also see as well on Crossing Over. It's called The 13th Day. You can get it on YouTube. You can probably go to the Burma Kumaris Raja Yoga Centers and ask them if you can purchase a copy. The entire thing, I'm sure they have it at the center. They can sell it to you for a reasonable price. And also Ghost, the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze. And that was an excellent. I had to see that about 4 times when I started doing and getting these visions about dead people. I couldn't believe it was exactly like that. So the souls do come true like that. So Ghost is an excellent movie. And also I want farmers and so on to watch a movie called Pipili. Pipili, P-E-E-P-L-I. I know a lot of farmers are suffering because of the weather, strange weather patterns and so on. That was an excellent Indian movie, had a lot of humor in it. I know a lot of people in India are listening to me. They just saw the movie and shaking their heads. I can see you guys. And also, I also quickly want to say hello again, Jai Sitaram, to Dave Sinana, one of my best friends. And Mr. Ramlochan Hanuman, he's very humble. Kamala, you're smiling. I will bring that honey. Mr. Ramlochan gives it to me. And he is really a great servant of God. Really, really great guy. He and his wife and his son. Excellent family. And also, I want everyone to know the custody came through for Celine. Celine is officially my daughter.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. This morning I was laughing because people were calling and saying congratulations, and I'm like, oh boy, Celine is a handful, but she's really divine in her own way. And I want to thank Deviraj Jaisari especially for seeing the light and seeing the truth, and also happy birthday to her Vasha Jaisari and Varun Jaisari. Jai Sitaram to all of you, and I'll try as much to take more calls. I'll try to be quiet now.
Okay, hello. Hello?
Yes, I'd like to have a reading, please.
On whom?
Sister Devi.
What would you like to find out, dear?
Hello.
You need to lower the volume on your radio. It's causing a feedback, caller.
I have no, the radio is not on.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
I'd like to have a reading on my brother.
Okay, your brother passed on.
Yes.
Okay, he used to drink? Did he drink alcohol or did he drink?
One of them used to drink. 2 of them passed away.
Okay, because the one who used to drink is coming through. He's shaking a lot. And he says, do for me, please, do prayers for me, do prayers. What he's saying is that he wants you to do a shroud for him. Go to your pundit and tell the pundit he did not cross over. Alright? So that one is coming through. The other one, he's coming through, but he's coming through with his, he had muscles, or because his hands are, he has his arms closed for some reason, but he's coming through as okay. He's not great, he says, but the other one, he's really suffering. So I want you to go back to your pundit and do a special prayer, okay?
The one with his hands closed, he drowned.
Oh, that's why. That is why. Because he's saying he's not happy. So I would recommend you go back to your pundit and do 2 pujas, 2 shroud pujas. Okay?
Okay.
Because he's coming through as save me, save me. Save me.
Oh.
You understand?
Yes.
I know it's difficult, it's not that easy, but we all have to, sometimes it's untimely death, and sometimes it's soak writes that in. In this case, with your brother who drowned, that was an untimely death.
Okay.
Right.
And the one used to drink, his death was untimely also?
Well, yeah, because he used to drink a lot of alcohol, and he misused his body. Your body is a temple, and he drank out his life, and now he has to wait on the other side, and he'll have to wait it out.
Because that was the case. His wife beat him to death.
Okay, because he's shaking a lot. He's shaking a lot. Whatever fights they had, he's not happy at all. He was not ready to leave. Mm-hmm. He was not ready to leave. So he's still crying a lot. So I would recommend you do prayers for him, especially go to your pundit. Okay? And the pundit will tell you what else to do, okay?
All right, thank you.
Jai Sitaram. I know that is a whole drama there with that family. It's because it's a lot, and I could feel her pain as well. It's not fair. One brother drowned and one died by the hands of his wife and so on. It's not easy. Next
Hi, welcome to Akashvani. Hello? All right, 627-3223. Just about 10 minutes left on our program. Sister Devi live in the studios of Akashvani 106.5 FM. This program is sponsored by Signal Construction of Cedar Hill in Princestown.
You cannot escape your mind. You may escape your physical body, but your psychic body follows you to the other side. Just like the case of these two brothers who came through. Unless you learn to control the mind, you will always be haunted by it, a victim of uncontrollable desires which burns like a fire and which can never be satiated. Eventually, you will become satisfied by sensual pleasures. This whole material world is aimed at teaching you futility of trying to satisfy the body. So don't try to satisfy just the body alone. Try to satisfy the mind, the soul. Try to awaken the soul via the mind. Okay?
627-3223. Let's go back to the phone line. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to find out about my grandfather.
Okay. Your grandfather already took a body. Okay.
That is on my mom's side?
I'm seeing both grandfathers.
Yes.
I'm seeing one with like a round face. Okay.
Yes. He's tall?
Yes, tall and big body. But
Yes.
he already took a birth. I don't want to tell you where, but he already took a birth. He was a very nice guy. Very nice guy. But had a little temper, arrogant a little bit.
Okay.
Jai Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
Oh, quickly, also, you know why we don't take a dead body into the temples? Do you all know, if you ever looked at it, have you ever wondered why not? Why should we should take our body, like other religions do? It's because the energy there is nothing but dead energy. Like sometimes you go into somebody's house and you feel tired, you feel depressed, and it's because the energy is not strong enough. We cannot take a physical body, a dead body into the temple, because then that's not purity. That's all just material, so that's one thing as well. And raise your energy level needs to raise. A lot of you are listening today. I know you guys are wondering, what is she talking about? It's energy. But think good thoughts. Even if you hate somebody, put that aside. Even for the morning time before 7 o'clock in the morning. Even if you give yourself one good thought a day, say, today I'm a peaceful soul, tomorrow I'm a pure soul, and start training yourself like that. You'll be absolutely amazed. Take another call, Kamala.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I would like to get a reading for my husband, please.
Okay, I know you're ready to break down and cry because you feel like your husband, he left too early.
Yes.
Yeah. He's doing okay. He says, don't forget me. I know you don't forget me, but please continue to pray for me. That's what he's saying. Okay? He says, don't cry for me. Don't grieve. I'll be okay. Okay. Did he have a heart attack?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's showing me the heart. One of the ways to leave here is a heart attack is one of the most difficult ways, eh?
Okay.
All right, but he's saying he's okay with his death, but you are not okay.
All right.
Okay, but you have to just continue praying for him. Okay, when you are praying, he's also praying as well. Was he a Shiva devotee?
Yes.
Because
yes.
He's with Shiva. When he goes back after these 2 weeks, he'll go right back to Shiva Loka, where he belongs. He says he's smiling. He had a nice smile.
Yes.
Good looking fella, eh? Yes.
No wonder she's still grieving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kamala. Yes, dear, he's fine.
Okay.
Jai
Thanks.
Sitaram.
Thank you, Sitaram.
Don't forget to call Anil at 376-3930. That's 376-3930. I must tell you guys, Anil is the son that everybody should want to have. I wish I had a son like that. Not that I don't have a good son. My son Joey's miserable, but Anil's really a good child. When I met him the first time, I said, so, what are you doing here? And he looked at me, he's like, I don't even know you. And he's really a good person. His parents should be very proud of him. And his brothers as well, who are listening, should also be pleased to have a brother like that, who's always thinking of other people's interest, not his own. So Anil, I must tell you and commend you for the great job you're doing with Red Chariot Foundation. Harun and I, we're very pleased to have you on board, brother. You're really a gem of a person, and keep up the great job. Also, baby, although she's sick sometimes, she still continues to do what she has to do. And brother Harun, he's a singer, the best in the bunch. He'll definitely be there on Sunday at Penal Rock's Hindu Temple. Come out and let's have a good time. Let's clap and enjoy as the ancestor souls, they'll also be there as well. So all of us should come out and enjoy ourselves, right?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to get a reading with my brother. I'm a grandfather, please.
Your brother?
I'm a grandfather.
How old was your brother?
He was 4 years.
And did he die from like a sickness, tuberculosis or sickness?
Yeah.
Was it asthma?
No.
Okay.
It's a kidney.
Oh, kidneys, because his last few breaths he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because his soul, that was his time, His time was up. I know your mother cannot get through over that, but tell her that it was his time to go.
Okay.
Okay, and he's right back with Bhagavan. It's not a 4-year-old soul, it's a soul, an old soul that came to teach you all a lesson.
Okay.
All right, I know it's not easy, but your grandfather is with him. All right, your brother was very nice, very handsome kid. Yeah, I know. I can feel your mother's pain, my dear. I can feel your pain, but your mother, tell her to just remember Bhagavan and all of this, okay?
Okay.
Tell her to remember Shri Ram.
Okay.
All right, Jai Sitaram. It's not easy when a parent loses a child. It's so much easier when the child loses a parent, but when it's a parent who loses a child, I tell you, it's one of the most difficult things. When I said I didn't want to come back and read, and when I saw a child dying and the doctors cannot find it, or a parent whose son was murdered and they cannot find a body, and it's not easy. That's not easy at all, being a parent and losing a loved one, or losing a child. So my hearts go out to all of you in this time of Pitri Paksh.
Hello, caller.
Good afternoon, Tom.
Jai Sitaram.
I'm calling to get reading concerning your wife and my mother.
Okay. Your mother used to talk a lot, or she was loud?
She should talk a lot, yeah?
Yeah. Because she's still talking. She doesn't want to shut up. And your wife, she's happy. She's smiling cheek to cheek. She says to say thank you. Something to do with like the windows. And the kitchen, you have windows. And she's showing me she's waving at you. She's waving to you. Okay, I know this is difficult, brother, but she's happy. She's very happy. She's crying with joy, not with tears of anger or anything, but with joy. She says she'll always be in your heart. You're making me cry, okay?
So true.
She loves you very, very much.
Okay, then thank you.
Jai Sitaram.
Just about 4 minutes to the hour of 1 o'clock. We can accommodate maybe 2 more calls. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Sitaram.
Jai
I would
Sitaram.
like to get a reading for my mother and father, please.
Okay, was your father on a wheelchair, or he had problems walking, or did he sit a lot?
No, he was on a wheelchair.
He wasn't on a wheelchair?
No.
Okay, because he's sitting and he's just shaking his legs. He's just relaxing. He said he used to sit a lot and just shake his legs because he's still doing it.
Okay.
Do you have a shed? Because he said that's where he is now. Okay, he's outside enjoying the weather. He's very good, and your mother is sitting there eating. She's showing me how she used to eat with her hands.
Yes, she eats with her hands.
Yeah, she said that's the best way. And she says she doesn't know why you didn't take a lot like her as well.
That's true.
Okay, but they're very happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Chase it around.
627-3223. Hello, welcome.
Hello,
Hello.
Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.
I'd like to get a reading for my brother and my grandmother, please.
Okay, your grandmother is holding your brother's hand. What I see is across the river. We have to go through these different, like water, fire, air, and so on. They are both together over the river. They are both showing me that. Your brother, how did he pass on?
I think he had a heart attack.
Okay, because he said he had a couple of breathing problems.
Yes.
He said he could not breathe. It wasn't like I don't think it was a heart attack. It was like a brain aneurysm.
Okay.
Okay? Because from what I'm looking at, he said his head was hurting a lot.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Right. So he said it was a brain aneurysm. Sometimes you feel it on the leg, and sometimes it's like so much pain on the head. Okay? He's doing great. He says they're together.
Okay.
I know it's hard, my dear, and he's wiping your tears. He's saying, "Don't cry for me. Just cry of peace, happiness." I know this is difficult. Okay?
Okay.
Jai Sitaram. You know, I wish I could do another 1 hour program before Pitri Paksh. And by the way, it's not just Pitri Paksh I can pick up the souls. I can pick them up anyway. Sometimes these souls are very annoying when they come through because they don't leave me alone. They come and they tell me all their business and so on. But Kamala, thank you. And I want to thank Nalini Silal and also Sindal Construction Company for their support, their great, great support. May Bhagavan continue to bless you, brother. I am seeing Shri Ram around you and your family. And thank you all so much. And once again, thanks to everyone who made it possible. And all prayers who prayed for us to be here and who continues to pray for us, you know. Thank you all so very much around the world, and we'll definitely be doing more of this as time goes.
Okay, and we'd like to thank Signal Construction of Cedar Hill, Princestown, for making this hour possible here on Akashvani 106.5 FM. Thank you so very much, sister, for joining us today. We look forward to having you again in our studio sometime soon. Please, listeners, note that the claims made by Sister Devi were her own and not of this station.
Once again, thank you so much, Kamala. You are the best. You're not one of the best. You are the best.
Okay,
and
thanks.
Thank you so much again for your support and helping and everything. And Brother Harun, who is here counting down how many calls we took. And all my friends and family and all my loved ones, you know, thank you so much. And I want to close with the Om Shanti, the Brahma Kumaris prayer, because it's a very powerful prayer. Okay? And you all can picture light around you while I'm saying this. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om.